Hey there, YouTube. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. The end of a very long and productive day here at the compound. I was inside the greenhouse for the majority of it, which being 50 out, it was 84 in the greenhouse. But just about done. Seedlings are in the house ready to go, and by Tuesday or Wednesday, they'll all be transplanted into the greenhouse, and I will be 2.5 months ahead of all the ground planters. I'll have already harvested twice. I will be making a video shortly as soon as the rest of the snow's gone. I'm going to put up another 10 by 20 or 30 greenhouse. It's a $200 to $300 project. It's just the plastic, Schedule 80 PVC, some baseboards, and some lumber for both ends if you want to secure those up. Very simple, adds 6-8 weeks to your growing season, easy. And I will do a step-by-step on how I do that greenhouse, which I think it's something all of us should have. 10 by 20, even a 10 by 10, you can grow a ton. But topic of today's video is barter items for an SHTF part 2. I didn't make the first one part 1 that I put up last week, but I got a couple really good questions and comments that requested and prompted me to realize that I left some things unsaid, and a part 2 could go a long way to helping everybody bartering, whether you have things people are looking for or whether you need to go looking for something, and the security issues that could come along with all of it. So one of the questions I got was that, okay, not everybody is going to have something to barter and trade with. What are you going to do about a homeless man or a woman and a small child that approach you? And this person said, we know what potentially females could offer in terms of barter and trade, and yeah, we all know what that is. And you know, way back in the day, it was routinely used as barter and trade. Their bodies were a very sought after commodity. Okay, would it turn to that again if someone was desperate enough? Sure, without a doubt. Unfortunately, there'll be people who would also take advantage of that situation, even in the not barter and trade situation. But, all right, I got my compound. I had mentioned that if I believe I'm setting up a small trading post, I'm on a road that could be traveled for people that are going to try and go to a city or whatever. Sooner or later, people are going to move, okay? And word will get around like it does. So my barter trade building is not in the middle of my compound, for obvious reasons. I don't want anyone walking into the middle of my compound, eyeballing the entire compound, getting a layout. You never know if someone that comes into your compound, a weary traveler, a homeless looking guy, or a downtrodden woman with a small child in tow, they're filthy, they're rotten, their toes are their clothes are torn, they're dirty. You don't know. That could all be a setup. They could be scouts for a group of hoodlums, scumbags positioned somewhere in the woods waiting for a report to see what you got. They've looked all around, looking for guard posts, looking for weapons, just seeing what your layout looks like. It's a chance you're going to take. So I'm not putting a barter trade building in the middle of my compound. It's on the outskirts. It's just inside my compound, but you can't see anything else with any kind of regularity, or everything's too far away and you couldn't really tell what everything is. You couldn't be able to see the people. I just have it in a place that just happened to be right near my gate also. So that's how I look at that. Also, if someone approaches me for barter and trade, they're going to be frisked. If they don't want to be frisked, they can turn around and go back with which way they came. There will be an armed guard at several entry-exit points of my compound and security patrols. That's the way it's going to be. All prepper groups talk about OPSEC and having security. It has to be. So, as you come up my driveway and you see an armed guard, if you continue forward, you will be told to stop. If you have bags, drop them where you are. Approach, hands up. You're going to be frisked. Are you okay with that? If not, turn around. While you're being frisked, someone's going to be frisking your bag, and then you're going to state what you're looking for. We're already going to know if you have anything worth trading or bartering. Then we'll negotiate. I am not going to trust anyone. Everyone is going to have to make that decision for themselves. Now, if for some reason things develop in an SHTF where there's almost a sense of normality for regular trades, people go from here to another town, they gather some stuff, they're going to stop and barter and trade with you on the way back and things like that, and that becomes the new normal, there's still going to be security precautions taken. Okay? So that's what I feel about a homeless type looking guy, women and children, solo traveler, all that kind of stuff. I will attempt to barter and trade with them if it looks like it's going to be safe and they can establish that they have something of value. It doesn't necessarily have to be something of value to me. It doesn't even have to be something the same value as what they want. It may be a value to someone else in my group. Okay? Now, if someone approached and had absolutely nothing, the clothes on their back, which is very likely going to happen with all the people who are oblivious to what is going on right now and what it's going to lead to, and are completely unprepared. There'll probably be more of those people approaching than people who are prepared and just doing a hike from one location to another and just want a meal and they want to trade and they're on their way. Okay, so someone obviously downtrodden approaches the compound, has nothing but the clothes on their back. Obvious they're starving, thirsty, dirty. They're probably just going to want a hot meal and maybe a place to stay for the night. Maybe to clean up. Okay? We do have to keep a level of humanity amongst us, regardless of what the SHTF is. We cannot lose who we are, or we'll never be able to rebuild. Okay? If we've got to carry on, we still have to be the people we are. We're just taking extra precautions. Okay? So, if everything looks cool, this person with nothing but the clothes on their back makes a request. there is always going to be something here at the compound that needs to be done. It might just be, see that stack of wood over there? Stack it up for me. I need some shoveling. I need to split these few pieces of wood. Oh, we need some help in the vegetable garden today. You're going to weed for a couple hours. You're going to do something. These people also need to know they're not getting a handout. They need to keep their self-worth and respect as well. So I think they will appreciate having a small job to do, and they will feel like they've earned the food, water, the shower, the bed, whatever they may ask for before they go on their way. That's how that's going to work. I would not expect anything for free, especially after an SHTF, when we know everyone's supplies are going to be A, probably limited, and B, the people who have those supplies worked, saved, and bought all that stuff for themselves, for their survival, not for every Tom, Dick, and Harry who comes walking by the driveway. But there needs to be mutual respect and humanity maintained within compounds, and how we treat people who approach us, until they show us that we need to treat them different. Then all bets are off. But there's obviously many more items that need to be added to that barter and trade list. That was a basic list to get everybody thinking about things. Think in your mind, if you had to walk 15 miles over the course of 2 days, and you had your backpack, and you knew you weren't going to be able to get where you were going in one day due to weather, light, dark, whatever it may be, and you had to stop somewhere, what would you require or request from someone if you were venturing into their compound? Now remember, the people who are going to be coming in, they're also at a risk. They don't know if the people they're going to encounter are shoot first and ask questions later type folks, if you know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to add to that, and I'm probably going to make a part 3, because as I'm talking to you guys, there's a lot of stuff running through my head that I didn't want to do here. Just thought of too. See that bus in the background over there? I just got a hell of a deal on that. It's an old public service cart bus. Was completely gutted, no seats. I've already put a hardwood floor in it. I've already got all the framing done for the full-size bed with pull-out shelves underneath. Countertop so I can put in sink, propane heater, little on-demand hot water, solar panel on the roof. It's a big F350, and I got it for a song, so I'm gonna fix it up, and probably just sell it for what I got into it. It's fun doing, and then maybe I can find a nicer one and do something there. But that's where you see there, that old bus. It's got a, you can see that used to be a wheelchair door right there on the side, and the back is a huge door where I think I'll attach a steel deck to the back bumper with 2 pulleys and nice strong cable that I can lower that down with 2 legs that pop down, and then there'll be a 6-foot wide deck off the back of the bus where you can open that door and sit there or stand there and take a shower, and the water will drip down through. But a little off topic. So like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT signing off.